Hey guys, welcome to Flying in Space with Planet Head. Um, it is June 18th, 2022. I'm going to be honest, I really wasn't thinking of making a video today because my brain's tired and I was just going to play a little bit and I didn't really want to do a video without having something to do. um, so, and I have some videos that I want to do over the weekend when I have more time, but it's my last work day of the week, and I just wanted to mess around and then boot it up. And it turns out one of you guys dropped me a coercer out here in KP. I haven't even looked at it yet. It's under a contract. I think I talked about it in the last video. One of you guys was actually trying to drop me a courser out here and wasn't able to. So I got the courser here. There's a couple mails that came in too. I haven't been able to read yet, so I'll try to get to those. Um, but it's under contract, so I thought, well, you know what? I got nothing better to do, and we can see what I got. So I really appreciate it. Let's go use it and see if I can get blown up. I'll try not to. It's nice that somebody gives me, but you know me, I like to get blown up and stuff. So let's see what we got here. So we're out in KP Tech H. Um, and as I pull it up here, I will try to maybe talk about there may be some, where was the contract here? I think there's some parts on it that I haven't used before. So maybe I'll take some time to look at those. And as a noob on certain things within the game, um, I'll say what I'm thinking I'm looking at, and maybe you guys can correct me if you want to. Um, let's just see here. So we got in here, if you've never seen contracts before, uh, great. I'm sure you will at some point. This was actually given to me here. Price of zero. Always want to double check that. Appreciate it again. Um, it is. I never ask for anything. I have fun anyway. But this is really cool. It's real similar to when I used to run the ship dock at my job. I would motivate everybody there whenever I would train new people that came in, and I would say, um, we have about 30 different doors at my building, and I would say we can, and about 15 to 20 guys there loading trucks and bringing boxes and things like that. And sometimes boxes fall off onto the floor. And I would say to them, we only work together as a team, or things only, the better we work together as a team, the easier the job is. I didn't care whether or not um, uh, anybody was better than anybody else. It was all about making the job easier for everybody that was there. And my one point I would tell people was, if somebody is busy in a trailer, I'm going down a rabbit hole here. I would come by and I'd pick up some boxes and help them, and then just move on. I wouldn't look for appreciation. I would know that I was appreciated, but then also say thank you to people for handing it out. And over the course of 6 months to a year while we were doing it, we really grew a really good crew of people that were there. And a lot of them are still there working together, and they work together as a team. Teamwork isn't. I'm a big believer in teamwork isn't. Um, what's the best way for me to say it? You can't construct it. You can't construct teamwork. It has to be chosen. People have to choose to work together. Um, and this is teamwork. Somebody just dropped me off a new ship with stuff. Um, so let's see what we got. I'm sorry. I need some coffee. It's been a very long week. I got one more day. I might take a long weekend and play a lot of Eve. And it's supposed to be some nice weather out. I haven't taken a day off in quite a while. So it's been a long week. So let's see what we got here. Ooh, 10 MN. Well, let's see what's in the contract here. A lot of stuff, a lot of rigs. I gotta be careful not to use the wrong one. An armor rig, an armor reinforcer, um, and a coercer. Okay. So the question is, how do I want to? Ooh, I've got some more here. Do I want to go armor tanked, um, or do I want to go blow stuff up tanked? I'm a big fan of blowing stuff up. I think we'll probably try to go blow stuff up tanked. Looks like we've got some small focus modal pulse lasers. Um, so those are up front and close and beat you up the head. And we got a heat sink, two heat sinks on here, a micro warp drive, and a 10 MN afterburner. So uh, either that was put. I bet you whenever he brought the ship out, he had the M. There's a cloaking device on here. I can't use cloaking device. I'm an alpha player. I will use a cloaking device at some point in time. I know what that is. He used the cloaking device to get the ship out here with the 10 MN afterburner. I bet you he fitted that onto those two onto the ship so he could get through Stain's pockets. I'd be interested. That'd be a pretty cool video if he wants to make that. Okay, I'm gonna stop messing around. Let's go ahead and get this stuff out. I don't have a whole lot in the system right here. I've gotten a few things here. So we'll just kind of try to build what we've got. I think I'm going to go with the blow stuff up route. Any rigs that I could throw on to help me do more DPS. We got some multi-frequencies here, so that's cool. Good. Yeah. So let's go ahead and accept this. Yes. So I think, is it all drop in there? I think it did. Yeah, so we got a courser right there. It's already fitted? Oh, I think, okay, so let's see. Let's make this active. Is it already fitted? If it's already fitted, I'm going to fly as fit. Aha, I was right. Okay, so to fly it out here, now obviously I'm an alpha. He had a cloak 2 on here. Wow. If you need it back, let me know. And then a micro warp drive 5 MN, and then a 10 MN afterburner. So probably, and I might be wrong with this, these were to get out of bubbles if he got stuck. He also had a overdrive injector on the ship to speed it up, and some inertial stabilizers to get it to turn and move faster. So there is a rule of thumb for getting off of a gate of, I think it's if you're under 2 seconds for your align time. Maybe I'll do a video on that. So if you're wondering, you get these whenever you're in the career missions, if I remember. But it basically gives you a bonus of, where is it here? 11.75%. This is an upgraded version of the overdrive injector. I think you get the regular ones from the career missions. But so you get a nice velocity bonus there. That included with your afterburner. So is this? I think this is called a dual prop mod. Propulsion module. You have 2 of them on here. So he was using this to try to, he was able to get through the systems using this. Now, obviously, I can't blow anything up with this. But so let's go ahead and we'll take down here, right there. I'm going to drop all this stuff back over. Actually, I'm going to drop it here in the ship for now. Now, good. So we got our guns. Always got to put the guns on first. Kind of try to do this in order to show maybe how putting different things in affect. One thing that might be an issue, I don't know, is whether or not I've got the skills to use everything that he's given me. So this will be a good test of that. and then I maybe go through the skills and see what I need to upgrade to get there. So, because I know my skills weren't 100% the best. There's our small focus there. Good. So next thing we're looking at is our propulsion modules. Now, he had a 10 MN to get out here. You can throw that on. I'm going to go with the 1 MN so that I can close and stay within range of somebody. It doesn't increase my size like the micro warp drive does, so I'm not as hard as a hitter. So we'll be going with kind of a speed tank on that. DPS is at 0 with these guns here. Nice guns. Let's see what we got. Modals. These are meta level 2s. So cool. Multi-frequencies. Let's see what we got. So just throwing these multi-frequencies in with gets me 146.2. That's already more than I think I had before. I'd have to look back at the video. Lot of... Now, I could go with the armor tank and keep that. That might be really good for doing combat sites. I'm not sure. I'm going to hold on to those. I'm not going to go with the armor tank rate. Well, wait. So the question is, we've got a cap battery here of a medium and a small. Then we've got standards here. So he's given me both standards and multispectral. I'm just stopping for a second because how do I want to fully tank it? Well, if I'm going to go full damage, we might as well put these heat sinks on here and see what power grid I have left. And CPU looks like I've got a decent amount still. So I've got 3 spots. Second thing, before you add in on any rigs, you want to look them over real quick, see what negatives there are. So, energy, small albedo energy unit 1. What is that? I have never seen that before. Ship modification is designed to decrease the CPU need for the ship's energy turret. So it lowers the need for these energy turrets at the expense of increased power grid. Okay. So it helps me with my CPU, but increases my power grid here. Okay, I know one of these, usually mid, takes up more. Well, let's find out here. I think, and this is just a generalization, and I might be wrong with this, but low slots usually take more power grid, while mid slots take more CPU. I might be wrong with that. Or maybe it's something with the high side. I should just stop. Let's see here. So, ambient extension. What are you? Ship designed to increase the accuracy fall-off range of a ship's energy turrets at the expense of increased power grid for them. So I would need more power grid here. Or it will increase my power grid there. Now the other thing too is, how much will that do? Fitting. The other thing, one other thing too, is I haven't worked on my skilling for rigging. So these rigs are going to be max negative effect whenever I throw them on. So I want to, I think, I can simulate this. Let's simulate it. Okay. So if I wanted to make this armor tanked, and have an armor repairer on here, I can do that. And then if I wanted to increase my capacitor, I could do that. We've still got a little bit of room, and that would give me a 200 DPS armor tanked semi speed tanked with a little bit of a capacitor, able to blow some stuff up. Just basically, I can do that. Now, this is the aerator. If I remember correctly, I think this is the modification designed to increase the ship turret's rate of fire. So this would increase my damage per second. Is this one? Collision accelerator. This increases my DPS. So these are the two generic ones. There is a drawback with power grid, and notice here I don't have a lot of power grid going on. But so if I got rid of that and did the did the collision accelerator, I would get 216. Destroy that. Now this is where I'm using the simulation. If I was to put these in without using a simulator, okay. So notice here, whenever I hover over this, and it says I'm now 3.7 over what I need for the power grid, and there I'm 3.7 over, 3.7 over, 3.7 over. What are these two here? Discharge. So modification designed to decrease the capacitor need for the ship's energy turrets. So it's the need to run these, if I'm not mistaken. Let's see here. If I hover over it, how will it change? Increases my power grid usage. So no matter what, I would have to use the one that he gave me that decreased my power grid usage. Before I do that, I should probably try to skill up my rigging to see if I can mitigate some of this power grid negative. So I really can't fit any of these rigs on with the current fitting that I have here. So I'm glad I checked that out before I looked at anything else here. Not seeing it. Now, if I went full speed tank, I could try to take off this armor repairer and throw on the accelerator. Notice my power grid did not change at all. So if I went full speed tank, then let's do the, I like having the larger battery in there. So that leaves me with 8.8. And then come over here to the aerator. Let's simulate it here. I could actually, if I went full speed tank and didn't put the armor repair on here, I could do one of these rigs onto the ship. What I'm going to do is not do that for now. This is a good test. I can put the armor repairer on here, not put any rigs on it, fly it out for you guys, see what it looks like, how it's doing. And then before I fly out, I can put the skills in for the rigs and see how that affects for tomorrow if I can get those rigs on there. So let's go ahead and remove this off. And go ahead and do the small, exit simulation. Thank you very much. Still not awake. Need my coffee. Okay, so got that. Small power grid, or small. There we go. So this is, and it will deplete if I've got everything running well. That's with the, here's a good thing to check out. So I've got the armor repair on there. If I were to run everything at the same time, the armor repair, it would all deplete in 1.5 minutes. If I don't run an armor repair on there, it's 5 minutes for all of this to run it down, having the afterburner. So it's speed tanking. I could shoot for longer. What's my range with these guys? Looking at 7,000 meters. Okay. So last, what I want to do is for tomorrow, before I forget, is go into my skills and check out my rigging. See if there's anything that I can bump up real quick over the next day or two. Skills. And then rigging. Okay, so jury rigging. General requirement, understanding required learning for further study in rigging. So yeah, armor rigging I've found skilled up. I need hybrid weapon, shield rigging, energy weapon rigging. Let's see what, before I do anything, let's see what it says here. Advanced understanding of interface energy weapons and numerous ship systems allows um, makeshift modifications of the system. Energy weapon rig drawbacks. So each level of this will lower the drawbacks of the rigs that I'm using. The rigs that I'm using have the drawback of the power grid. So this would give me more power grid um, if I were to do this. It doesn't hurt for me to do this. So let's go ahead and get that. It'll be a good test for tomorrow. See how much getting this skill does. So probably be about 24 hours before I can play again. Is there a requirement of this? Am I stupid? I have to have. Okay, so I'm going to have to wait 2 days. I have to have jury rigging level 2 for this. 1, 2. So that's 17 hours right there. And then energy weapon rigging, 50 minutes. So level 2 I can have in the next 24 hours roughly. And I can test out how my fit goes tomorrow. If I was a YouTuber, I'd be like, tune in tomorrow. Cool. A lot of stuff to try out here. You just get this stuff into your bay. Really appreciate it. Let's go blow something up. Real quick, relook over the ship. This is almost the most basic fit that you can have. Ooh, I almost didn't have my armor repair on there. For a coercer. Close in, blow you up face guns. Afterburner to fly around you and blow you up in the face. Capacitor to increase. I'd like to go talk about that at some point, but I'm not awake enough yet. These are really nice. I'm sure there's other options for it, but there's certain things that I think a lot of people don't recognize that are happening with those. Got the heat sinks, the upgraded heat sinks. Appreciate that. And armor repair. Obviously, I could go with compact, but then you take the drawbacks of those. Maybe the most basic fit that you can do for a coercer. So nobody's in system. Good. Have to change the name. I can't think of a name. Oops. I'm going to change this name, but I'm going to name it Pooh Bear. Why? First puppy I ever had whenever I was this big, it's named Pooh Bear. Come up with a new name. Is it Pooh? Pooh Bear. I don't know why. Brain ain't functioning. I'll come up with some gimmicky name. All right, let's go blow something up. And I will try not to take too many chances. We can go ahead and link those. Move that. Keep an eye on local. Go to an asteroid belt. I'm so glad you dropped that off for me. I had no idea what I wanted to do a video about today. I almost was probably not going to do a video. Now I'm actually having a buttload of fun. Got about an hour before I have to start getting ready for work. Oh shoot, I took all this stuff with me. I'm an idiot. I'm not going to take that chance. I'm going to dock this up. Okay, so there are 2 battleships and a frigate here. The only reason I'm flying back is I forgot to drop off the other stuff he gave me, and I would feel so bad if I screwed up again and got blown up. You never know. There could be an internet outage, something like that. I'm going to go real careful at the beginning. But knowing me, I start to take chances. That's why I have to build a lot of ships. Come on. I love the voice on this, but I wish they had different voices for docking. I know it's so stupid, um, but I wish they had different voices and sound effects for stations. They could even say, okay, we build clones for these stations, so there's only 5 or 6 of them or 20 of them, and they're all installed like the pods are. But just to have that difference, it sounds weird, but it'd be kind of cool. Cool. Okay, let's go blow something up now. One thing to keep an eye out for is how far away I am from these 2 gates right here. I'm going to be close to RV5, it looks like, but I'm going to be out of range of the other one. So I know if anybody comes in, it's a 99% chance. Okay, so one thing I got to be careful of here is not to go directly at the battleships. And I want to hit my afterburner. I want to just slide to the side here to get my transversal going. Remember, we're looking at 7,000 meters. I'm trying to close this range. Take out the frigates first, and then we'll try to go in. Keeping an eye out. Pull out. Go to a tactical overlay so I can see what's going on here. We're going to try to get within 7,000 of these guys. Now target the battleships too. Watching that. See if we can take out this butcher. You're going to see me as it gets close to... There's one down. You died too. I'm going to turn my... Just to be safe, I'm going to turn my armor repair on prior to going low. Okay, so I'm in that direction. Now I want to keep my transversal up, but close the distance on the battleships here. Good. Let's go ahead, and we're still 25 kilometers away, so we're not within that 7-kilometer range, but it doesn't look like they're able to hit us hardly at all. Probably yep, they're hitting me with 1 missile at a time. That's why I like having the active tank. So now I'm going to try to close this in. Now that I've been able to skirt their guns, there we go. Close that range a little bit better. He's within range, might as well start firing. So now I've been able to get through the transversal. I'm now circling him, so his big guns are having a real problem. Ooh, why am I not hitting him? Oh, I'm firing at the wrong guy. That's fantastic. Sorry. Boom. This will be interesting. So I've been able to skirt their, so their big guns can't track me because I'm moving so fast. So there is a slight chance of a random hit. Got to be careful about that. Or if you get hung up on like a meteor or an asteroid, an asteroid or anything else that's possibly out there. But in general, I should be okay. They are firing off 1 missile at a time, which is pinging me down a little bit, but I do have my armor repair going. As you see here, I'm able to, I'm starting to ping him down here. Let's take a look at who I'm shooting at. We've got a Beast Lord here. I don't think he's an upper level guy. A Beast Lord. Well, no, he's middle. 1.2 million ISK. So with the 151.4% bounty risk modifier, that would be close to, I think, about 1.7, 1.6, 1.7 million ISK for killing him. And then it's taken a little bit, but he is one of the upper level guys, and he's not being able to repair down. And then the Sanchez Lord, I think, is the lowest level. He's 500,000 isk. So I should be able to kill. If I can kill this guy, I can definitely kill that guy. Firing away. Firing away. See, that's the thing I don't. I know I make fun of mining all the time, but being an ex-miner from when I first played, I understand why it's fun. I am also a micromanager and an Excel sheet guy, and I do that and other things, so I appreciate that. The ones that I don't understand, whenever I fly around high sec and I'm working on a character, um, and I go into hideaways and things like that, these guys who go in there with like Lokis and Tengus and way too powerful ships. And I know they're trying to get an escalation to get something, um, but it just makes me laugh. And I never want to see somebody ganked, but I almost want to see those guys ganked because they're holding up that sort of thing from other startup players. And then, of course, I think it was when I first came back about 2 years ago, I went and did a hideaway and got an escalation for some Dark Prince Lord thingy. There we go. Oops. Okay. So, you saw how fast that was. Took a little bit. Um, but I think I escalated, got like a 200 million ISK implant or something. Now, watch here. I'm not going with the transversal, but I am turning. He's still having problems missing me. Still hit me with that one little missile. Most important thing with battleships when you're flying a smaller ship is never fly directly at them. If you're not flying directly at them, even if they do hit you with their guns, that it will be a glancing blow. Alright, let's see how much we can do this guy. So I am pinging him down. It seems like a lot faster. We'll see how his armor repair does. I know what I'll do. So tomorrow, I will see how the rigs are affected. Ooh, that did repair pretty quick. See how the rigs are affected on the ship. Take them out, and I will run for an hour, or I'll do a 30-minute video um, of just running asteroid belts um, in KP Tech FQ1, and I will reimburse the fellow who sent this ship to me. I may even go an hour. We'll see what happens. I will run all of the belts here, and I will send all the bounty ISK that I get there. I think there's 6 or 7 belts here. Oop, we got a guy who just came in system. I am not losing my ship. Oh, I want to kill this guy. Come on, die. Big top. Okay, 5.0. A buzzard. Okay, you might say, oh, it's just a buzzard. You can possibly not die to that. Warping to safe. He could be a tackler. So I'm just getting out of dodge. Because what will happen is they'll come into system and try to tackle you, and then their buddies will come in and try to kill you. So, no longer in area. And he just left. Okay. So that's what I'll do tomorrow. That's actually that'll give me something to really look forward to. I'll boot up. I'll do a video on how the rigs are differently affecting how many I can get on by doing the rig skilling. And then any bounty money I do, I will pay back for the ship, and then I'll feel like I'm not a freeloader. Let's see here. Good. Go back to the asteroid belt. We want to see what loot we've got. The biggest thing with the battleships is that this is almost the perfect type of rats that I can kill, because I can kill the battleships and get large items off them to melt down to make more ships. Um, and then the smaller frigates, I can look to see what items are in there, and if they've got upgraded guns, I can start collecting those to do even more damage. So, looking for guns and big stuff. So let's go check out the little guys first. They're the closest. Then hopefully my ISK ticker here will tell me, it'll pop in here soon. I might be too long. I think it's 20 minutes from your first kill. You get so used to, that's another thing. You get so used to flying a frigate with a micro warp drive, and then even just the upgrade to a destroyer with an afterburner, you're like, all right, 11, 10 kilometers, 9, 8. um, Wonder if I went with the micro warp drive with the accelerator for a speed tank, if that would help. Because all I'm trying to do is get under that transversal. If I could circle battleships with that, then I could easily maybe have more damage done on the ship. Go. So we just got a couple of drones. That is so helpful to my coercer and a standard S. So I get a little bit of a backup there. Let's see what these the Beast Lord. I still need to get a probe, or I'm still trying to scan out of the system. I need to get to another system where I can buy blueprints so I can build more ships. I may not be able to build coursers. It all depends on where I get to. I may have to completely reskill up. See here. So first one, definitely meltdownable. I've got 1.38 million. And then this Lord will probably have a lower volume since it was a lower kill. Should I now? I think I'll name this video Destroyer Ratting and Stain. 1.6 million. I love getting armor and structural structural repairs because I know they're instant meltables to get equipment or minerals. Um, Good, good, good. Okay. So that's about it. I'm going to play a little bit more. I'm going to go dock up, drop this stuff off, and really appreciate the course that was dropped off to me. That'll be my challenge tomorrow. I'm going to try and do a 30-minute challenge. No, not a 30-minute. I'm going to try to run the belts that are in system, see how many bounties I can get off of that. And then I'm going to reimburse my buddy for getting me the ship out. So I appreciate that. If you guys ever have a challenge you want me to do, I'd be more than happy to make a video on it. Um, Remember, the one problem I might run into is I might not have the skills yet to do that, but it will then force me, like today, to work on skills that I do need. I definitely need those rigging skills. So, and sometimes you don't know something until the opportunity or the problem has presented itself. So, other than that, I will talk to you guys later. Fly safe, fly dangerously, fly however you want, and have a great day. Bye bye.